Hi everyone! Thanks for joining our Healthy Meals on a Budget. Today's recipe we're featuring is sweet potato casserole. My name is Laura Sheffield and I'm the Health and Nutrition Director for Community Action Council, and I'm also a registered dietitian. So today for your sweet potato casserole, you need to have 9 sweet potatoes, about medium size, about like this. You need some black pepper, you need some nutmeg, cinnamon, vanilla extract, brown sugar, salt, and butter. Now make sure you set your butter out a little ahead of time so that it starts to soften and it's easier to mix in. You'll also need pecans and marshmallows for your topping. So let's get started. The first step is going to be to peel all of your sweet potatoes. So you're going to take your sweet potato and a peeler and just peel the skin off. You peel it until it's all orange. And the reason we're featuring sweet potato this time of year in December is because sweet potatoes are in season. And you can find them for cheaper at your local grocery store in the produce aisle. And also people like to have sweet potato casserole for their holiday gatherings. So once you have it peeled, you're going to take the sweet potato and you're going to cut it lengthwise. That's going to create your flat surface. So then you're going to put your sweet potatoes on the flat surface and you're going to cut them into strips. Try to keep your strips about the same width because when they're boiling you want them to be about the same size so that they all boil and soften evenly. Now I'm going to pass it on to Irina to finish cutting up and peeling our sweet potatoes while we go ahead and mix up the mixture our potatoes will go in. So we're going to start with the butter. We need a 1/2 cup of the butter. So find your 1/2 cup measuring cup. Oops, sorry. And then you're going to have your butter. And place it in a bigger mixing bowl. Then we're going to add our brown sugar. We need a 1/3 cup of brown sugar. So find your 1/3 cup measuring cup. And again, you're just going to put the sugar in until it's even on the top. And then we need a teaspoon of vanilla extract and a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. So find your teaspoon. This is not my teaspoon, it's my 1/2 teaspoon. So find your teaspoon. And you're going to measure your vanilla extract. And cinnamon. And next we're going to add the nutmeg, the black pepper, and the salt. We need a 1/2 teaspoon of all of these. So find your 1/2 teaspoon. I'm going to start with the black pepper. And nutmeg. And salt. Then we're going to set this mixture aside. Our next step is going to add the sweet potatoes to our boiling water. So you want to make sure you get a big pot of water and start boiling before you start cutting up the potatoes. That way it's boiling by the time you're ready to put your potatoes in. And once we put these potatoes in, they're going to cook for about 15 minutes. So why are sweet potatoes good for you? Well, for one, they have a lot of fiber, and fiber helps with our gut health. It takes all of that, the bad type of things in our body, and they stick to the fiber, and the fiber will pass it out and it goes out of our body. They're also good in vitamin A. Vitamin A is good for our eyes. Vitamin C, which is good for our immune system. So they have many benefits to eating them. And sweet potato casserole, making it this way with fresh sweet potatoes, is going to be a healthy alternative to buying the can of yams. Those are sweetened and have added sugar to them. So these do not have that added sugar, so it makes it a little bit healthier than buying those canned yams. So now that we're done cutting up all the sweet potatoes, we're going to put them in our boiling water. And we're going to let them boil for 15 minutes. So now that our potatoes have boiled for 15 minutes, we've drained them and placed them in this bowl. Now we're going to combine our sweet potatoes with our brown sugar, butter, cinnamon, nutmeg, salt, and pepper mixture. So Irina's going to mix those together, and then you're going to use a masher, and yours probably isn't this massive, but you'll use a masher to mash it all and mix it all together. Alright, so to prep our casserole dish, we're going to take our cooking spray and we're going to spray our pan evenly and coat it well so that when it's done you don't have a big mess to clean up in your dish. So you're just going to take the masher and mash them all up until it's really well blended. Getting the butter and all the seasonings and the brown sugar mixed in well with it. And you'll just keep doing this until it's smoother. It doesn't have to be completely smooth. You can still have some chunks. You just want it mixed thoroughly and evenly. Now it looks like the butter and everything is mixed in here. So the next step is to pour your potato mixture into your casserole dish. And then you're going to spread it out evenly so that it cooks evenly. And the recipe says you can put half the pecans inside the potato casserole. You can do that, or you can add them all to the top, whatever your preference is. I'm just going to add them all to the top with my marshmallows. So we need 2 cups of marshmallows. So we have our cup measuring cup. There's 1 cup, just kind of sprinkle them on top. And then our 2nd cup here. And then we're going to take our pecans and sprinkle them on top. Make sure they're even. And then we're going to take just a little bit of cinnamon and sprinkle it on top. So the next step is to put it in your preheated 350-degree oven, and it's gonna cook for about 20 minutes or until the marshmallows are brown. Okay, now that our sweet potato has cooked for 20 minutes in the oven and our marshmallows are golden brown, this is our final product. And the recipe says it has about 12 servings, so if you want to make sure you have servings, you can cut it into 3 rows long ways and 4 rows this way. And here is 1 serving of your sweet potato casserole. Enjoy!